Alright guys, so in this video, we're going to talk about how do you use engaging games and quizzes, yes you can, on your Instagram stories to increase your overall engagement. Let's jump right into this. I want to show you an example and then I'll show you how to create these simple, these games or quizzes are very, very simple. So I'm going to go to my Instagram, which is right here, and let's look at my stories. So this is what I'm talking about. It's a simple poll. But what I'm using is, I'm using a viral piece of content. Yes, that's important. This piece of content was already gone viral on Instagram. How do I know that? I'll tell you in a second, in a minute. But it's a simple question, who's the greatest of all time? LeBron, MJ, and a lot of people, look at this, so 16,000 views and a lot of people engaged with that piece of content. Very, very powerful. And let me show you another example here on the next story. Here's another one. So I'm using boss and then the leader and asking a simple question. So I call this, you're creating a simple quiz, a game for people to play. And you're asking, are you a boss or a leader? And then this is the slider. And they get to pick, or they pick whatever they want. And look at this. So 1,400 people, a lot of people who played, too many. And then obviously they're picking. The slider sticker is meant to be from like 0 to 100. I'm kind of using it creatively. The way I placed it, it's either if they want to pick a boss, they'll slide it to here. If they want to pick a leader, they'll slide it to here. Now, how can you do this? Or how can you create simple quizzes or games like this for your Instagram? So here's what I would say. The first step is find an engaging piece of content that's already gone viral. Can you guess where you can go to find that? I'm waiting. Well, it's your explore page on Instagram. So if you go to explore page on Instagram, these pieces of content have already gone viral, right? That's why they are on explore page, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take an existing viral content, we're going to share it on our Instagram story, and then we're going to add an engagement element, a quiz, some kind of game, question, poll, slider to it. That's it. And since that piece of content is already going viral, it's likely to do really, really well. The important thing is this. Make sure you pick something that's relevant to your audience. So don't just pick anything random. So my audience is the business owners, the marketers, people who look for inspiration so they can continue growing their business. So that's why those elements that I picked were the case. For example, this right here. So I can use this and then create some type of a engaging element on it, question or slider, right? And we'll actually do one example right now. So that's the important part. Step one, pick from your explore page or maybe other pages, pick something that's relevant to your audience, right? If you're a food blogger, pick something related to food. So this right here, look at that. So morning detox routine, something like that. Actually, let's try this. Actually, this is a really, really good one. So I can use, let's say I'm a food blogger, right? So I want to create an engaging quiz based on this. So what I'm going to do is share this to my stories. So this right here, add it to my stories. Now, I can, and then go to the stickers, which is right here. Now I can add poll or I can use slider. Let's use slider and I'll show you like a creative way of like using a slider. So I'm going to select slider and then I'm going to ask a question. So which one is your favorite, right? Now, when you look at this, so there are like 6 choices here, right? And the way this engagement sticker works, it's horizontal, right? So what I'm going to do is, watch this. I'm going to hide the bottom 3. Look at that. So now it's going to look like people are picking between 3. So if they want this, they'll keep it here. If they want the next one, oh, I haven't posted the story yet, but they can slide it to the middle. If they want to select this one, they can slide it all the way. So it's a really, really like a simple way, but this is relevant to your audience, right? That's the key. The other thing is you can also change these emojis. So I can click on this and then see at the bottom, I have these choices. I can add on the plus icon because I want an arrow, right? So because I'm asking people to select something. Look at this. So that will be perfect, right? I can also select on this, the color, and change the color of this thing to kind of create something fun. There you go. So you see how we took an engaging, a viral piece of content from our Explore page, and now we're creating a game out of this, a quiz out of this, which is relevant to our audience, in this example, like a food blogger, right? So very, very simple thing to do. Now, one other thing, when you post stories, I always say two things you want to do. Number one, use your location tag. So always use your location tag, and also use 3 to 10 hashtags that are relevant to your business. So make sure you do those two when you're creating your story. So now I'm not going to post this. Why? Well, it may be engaging, but it's not relevant to my audience, right? So I'm going to actually X out of this, discard this, and I'll create one that's relevant to me, to my audience. Now, another thing is, as you're going through your Explore page, you can save a lot of these things, right? You can save these and maybe maybe come back to it and create a game or a quiz or in your Instagram story. So you don't always have to kind of go on a hunt to find a piece of content. You can save. So I have one that I actually saved. So I'm going to create something out of that. So here's the one. So this one, you may have seen it in a critic, talker, doer. I am going to share this to my stories. And then this is what it looks like. I'm going to move this up, right? And then let's create and I can use, if you want, you can use polls. You can also use like the quiz sticker. For this one, because it's a horizontal, the slider again will make sense. I'll just say, who are you? And then let's change like that. Move this up. There you go. And by the way, the person that we shared the story from, they're also tagged, or they're right there. Their name is, they're tagged in this piece of content too. So that's really good. And then I want to change this to the up arrow so people can play the game. And I hope you can see these simple things can create a lot of engagement, right? You already saw the example. And then I am going to use my location, which is Dallas, Texas. And also, just very quickly, I'm going to use business hashtag and probably just marketing hashtag. There you go. And I can hide these behind the main elements of my story, right? There you go. Perfect, right? So now I'm going to post this. That's it. Let me go and let's actually play that, right? Why not? So we're going to go back to and see how this is what people will be able to do. So am I a critic, talker, or doer? So most people are going to select doer, right? No one wants to be a talker. So let's select talker. And that's how the one answer. Let me change my account, go to another account, and then we'll play the game from there. So I'm going to go back into my account, which is actually right here. And same thing, I can do doer, talker, critic. Let's say doer, right? All right, so we did like 2 votes or 2 plays on that simple game. So if I go back to that story, let me, right here. You see there are 2 answers so far, right? So right here. So this is how you can create simple quizzes and games inside your Instagram stories and create a lot of engagement. Again, step number 1, go to your Explore page and find something that's gone viral and relevant to your audience. Don't just pick random stuff. Step number 2, add some sort of maybe a poll, maybe a slider, maybe quizzes on it, and get people to engage with you. Always use the location hashtags and also the location tag and your hashtags. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.